Hello and welcome to the podcast of EnBW and Evonik about our long-term green electricity supply contract, so-called power purchase agreements, PPAs. We're talking about the new offshore wind farm, He Dreiht. But before we start, let's introduce ourselves. So, I'm Gohsen and I'm head of portfolio management power at Evonik. The operational manager of this project and at the same time the lead negotiator. Therefore, I have been intensively involved in the whole process, which we want to talk about now here in more detail. So with me in the room is Thomas Schrey from EnBW. So Thomas, please, could you introduce yourself?
Yes, of course, and welcome here to the Schiele House in Hamburg, near the Hamburg Harbor. My name is Thomas Schrey and I'm an originator at EnBW AG. We are that close to the harbor that we from time to time hear ship horns in the background, so please don't wonder. But now to the actual topic, David. For several years now, you and Evonik have been working intensively in the procurement of green electricity, especially through PPAs. Could you please tell us how it started for you?
So with the commitment of Evonik for the sustainability goals, for our sustainability goals, or also the elaboration of these goals, green electricity and the potential of this green electricity, we recognized very quickly. So regarding CO2 emissions reduction. We developed group internal and then started to talk to EnBW. So EnBW, by the way, we also both participated in hydropower plants for already over 100 years. Therefore, we know each other, and we also know and see that our strategy and the vision and the thinking about the energy transition is close together, I would say. But we also looked to the technical expertise and the track record of EnBW, so the amazing numbers of renewable energy plants which they realized already. But our focus was, of course, to this offshore wind tender for He Dreiht, and this tender process caught our attention. So maybe Thomas, can you give us some insights to this tender process and some more details?
Yes, of course. So to realize a project like He Dreiht, EnBW needs reliable and potential partners. And we especially invited those companies to the tender where we had already positive commercial track records. And Evonik is definitely one of those companies, but the number of the long-listed company in the beginning was quite extensively. But during a two-stage process, we could reduce those long list to a short list. The criteria we selected were internal, but in general, the customer requirements are important for us, the credit rating of our partners, the volume, the offtake volume, and of course, the price. Though in the end, for a long list, we ended up with a short list. Evonik was part of the short list, and so we could start the negotiations on the contract.
And maybe to step in here, Thomas, I would like to add that such conversations and negotiations did not only take place between us, so Thomas and me, but that there was an entire team at both companies behind us and supporting us. And in the end, also actively involved. So we had to handle with, for sure, energy economic issues, also the commercial assessment of this energy economics. But there's more. We need more. We need the specialists at the departments, for example, legal, or finance, accounting, also the controlling side, which we involved during the whole process. But with our goal that we wanted to have a timely committee and board decision, we also had continuously inform our top management. This is essential for such a project success, that there still are informations ongoing. But I would say all of this demonstrated very, very good that we had a transparent cooperation between EnBW and Evonik over the whole process. But challenges are also there. So maybe, Thomas, what challenges did you see during this contract negotiations in the end?
Thank you at first for this outline and the background information, which helps us really to understand better the supply with green energy, which is a challenging task. All in all, I see the conclusion of PPAs as a super complex process, so which have to consider so many aspects, as you also considered. So we have two big industrial companies with different processes, and the contract we have to negotiate needs to organize everything between those companies. On the one side, energy flows with huge volumes. On the other side, commercial flows also with huge volumes. And those transfers need to be safe and secure. And in addition, a lot of other aspects like regulatory, organizational, technical, and legal have to be considered. So all in all, the 6 months we took for negotiating this contract was, I would say, on the fast lane, and especially for an asset that not even has been built yet. However, it is clear that once the contract is signed, further cooperation will be successfully intensified. David, how do you see the transition into the future operational phase of our project?
There I would say information is the key. So it is important for us that we are well informed about the current progress of this He Dreiht project. But this is done very good. So, for example, we get regular project status reports, and we talk about these reports. We talk about also the important key milestones. And maybe the most important milestone is the final investment decision to this project. And this was made by the supervisory board of EnBW already in March of 2023. But even though there's still a certain amount of time until 2026, where we expect the first green electricity delivered, we successively or stepwise prepare already our portfolio balancing group management for the electricity delivery. Offshore wind, we know, high full load hours, uniformity of power generation in the end. It is also an important task to integrate it, because the electricity in the end is delivered to us, I would say, with the same fluctuations as the wind arises in the North Sea. Maybe to give an example or put it into the context, offshore wind has over 4,000 full load hours compared to onshore wind. We're talking about 1,800 to maybe up to 2,500 full load hours. Very strong depending on the location of this onshore wind farm. The third, renewable energy assets, so solar or photovoltaic, achieves only 1,000 full load hours in Germany, we all know. But there's an important and good aspect of this technology, because this complements our wind generation in the end, and to get overall a holistic electricity portfolio for Evonik. Maybe some words also to our colleagues in the Evonik Energy's Control Center. I already mentioned that they are doing the balancing group management, and they are responsible in the end for the whole generation schedule management. They also had to look to the power markets, to identify opportunities there, to manage it, and in the end, have the feedback or the connection to the market. And this in-house energy trading has, in the end, the task that this volatile and weather-dependent offshore generation has to match the electricity consumption of our chemical divisions to deliver them with the green electricity. And this has to be done across specific sites and also over different control areas here in Germany. But as you know, Thomas, He Dreiht is an absolute lighthouse project for us. It marks in the end the start of our long-term for green electricity procurement. However, this will not end with first PPAs. We need more because we have the goal 100% green sourced electricity, and therefore more PPAs are needed. And not only in Germany, but also in Europe and the USA, and maybe also in medium term going to Asia.
Yeah, thank you, David, for the insights into the Evonik energy management systems and processes that helps us as an external company a lot to understand your requirement much better. Yeah, based on the ongoing positive experience we have together and with the background that we accelerated the energy transition in Germany significantly with the realization of He Dreiht project, I think we are open or more than open to discuss with you new projects and corporations. What is your view, David?
Yeah, exactly. So I'm happy to agree with you because we have to and we will talk about other projects. There's still ongoing demand and hunger for green electricity within our company. So, Thomas, I have to thank you very much for this conversation here and also for your invitation to record this podcast in the Schiedler House here in Hamburg.
Thank you, David. It was a pleasure having you here in Hamburg in our offshore wind offices. And we are really happy to invite you anytime again in the future. And we are more than happy to discuss with you any business opportunities. Thank you for being here.
Thanks very much.